Hey everyone, good morning. Well, at least it's morning for me. Maybe it's evening or nighttime for you. But hello everyone. Competition ends in like 2 hours, so here we are. I didn't leave it running all night this time, but I have a rough idea of what my production rate was. At the end of Tuesday, I posted a screenshot and it was doing 41 red lamps per hour. I assume that's what it's still doing. I just booted up my town like an hour ago. I was in fast forward for most of this competition. It's showing 40 per hour right now, but it was doing 41. Unless something messed up, hopefully not. I do see that I have extra red steel for some reason. So I could probably do something about that to make more lamps. But yeah, how's everyone doing? Martin, hello. Nah, I know Martin, you were asking like, am I gonna do the stream? Yeah, I was setting it up when you messaged me. A little bit last minute, but that's because I didn't set it up last night. Ives, hello. Crypto Doc, hey. Tupuka, hey. Ultimate Acid says morning, everyone. Morning, Dubstep. Joe, hello. Says morning. Let's look at my rank because I just looked at it and it didn't look good. Well, I mean, it's good. My rank's good. I'm just saying I'm in 25th place. This is very similar to last week. I think the same thing's gonna happen, unfortunately. I'm gonna get kicked out of top 25. But I'm really surprised that I'm even this close to top 25. I didn't think I was going to be this close. But we got 2 hours to see what happens, right? I'm pretty sure there's somebody on offline mode that's gonna, you know, go back online and pass me up. I'm also very close to NTX20, which I know NTX20. Actually, he's part of the Dub Guild as well. But he's about to pass me up. We're like neck to neck here. I do have 20 red lamps. If I really need to, I can sell a batch of 10 using gasoline. But also I need to do something about this red steel. I might be able to make a couple more lamps. Martin says calm from home vacation the weekend. Ah, Tatweez, hello. 41 is huge. Yeah, it's a lot. Without any passive iron NFTs. Crypto Doc, I'm making 10.4 with free to play. Nice. Yeah, you did say you improved my my build. The no NFT one. Planet Bob, good morning. So Town Hall is about to start. Or maybe it's starting right now. Let me check. Because it is exactly that time. Usually it takes them a minute to play the trailer though. Actually, where is it? I just seen it. Let me search it up. Oh, there it is. Okay, just started up.
Common ground world. We farm for a greater cause, saving the planet one soil patch at a time.
Yes, I'm listening to the town hall.
Leveraging regenerative agriculture.
But we do know the next meta is going to be sushi boats.
Compete in weekly competitions to earn great prizes. Get rewarded for helping to support our ecosystem and your fellow farmers.
That's
Eager
not it.
to learn more? Well, head on over to Gala Games and start playing now.
There we go. Make this bigger. And make this smaller.
Good morning.
Good morning, everyone.
Hey. Oh
There we go,
gosh,
that
there's
works.
So many of us.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday. How you doing, Farmer Michelle?
Cool Rhino, hello.
Surprise.
I'm doing great. How about you?
Yeah, me too.
I'm good. We have a special guest today. One odd gent.
Me. I'm
Good
honored.
morning.
Happy to be here.
He's back.
Be with friendly faces. It's Friday. Let's have a good time.
Yeah.
Welcome
All
back,
right.
one odd
Mr.
gent.
Riant, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you
Awesome.
doing, Volcron?
Oh, good. Yeah, well, thanks for joining everybody. This is
I will do
our
that to
weekly
tweets. I
town
will place
hall.
another
We've been
glass
doing this since
factory.
June of 2022, and we like to give you all the latest news and updates and roadmaps and all that fun stuff. As you can see, we got almost half a dozen people here. Actually, a full half a dozen if you count our mystery shadow.
I will place one more
tech
glass
person,
factory here.
that's helping us out. That does all the audio, Mr. Paul. Yeah, so today's April 19th, and let's look through who's listening and say hi to everybody. I got some TSM and dub peoples.
Hey,
Gent. We got
I need to make
Email,
four,
Martin, Edie
four
Loads.
energy.
Hello, Sircan Kangaroo P. Oops, they tricked me. They did it. Bazinga, Citizen X, all kinds of stuff. I don't see a couple.
Bring the storage in
there's
front of
Will
the
Bank,
Santa.
all right.
Still tweaking says
And Dash
Dives. The only
Riprock,
thing I may do that I am doing
favorite
is adding a glass
Grumblepotamus,
factory to
Tomsky,
hopefully make a couple more lights
HXH,
to
that's a
use
new
up
one.
this red steel I have.
Can't enter the game. All right, so we got some questions already. Nice. Well, I am super excited. It's
I probably
not just
should
'cause
have
it's
done
Friday,
this
but I love doing this every
2 days
week.
ago.
And nice
I didn't
break
see
from
any
coding
issues whenever I
and,
went
getting to talk to
offline
everybody. So
with the red steel.
remember, if you are listening to this on YouTube, or even if you're not, go check us out on YouTube. There's a link in Discord. If you are on YouTube, click like and subscribe, and turn on the bell. That way you'll get notified when we start these. We're really consistent with the
Crypto
time.
Duke.
8
Crypto
a.m.
Doc, it
Pacific
went up
every
to
Friday, but you might
10.7
forget,
after this boot up. Oh,
and you don't
okay.
wanna miss it.
Went
If
up a
it's
little bit
live,
more.
You can put in your live questions. Speaking of questions, Farmer Michelle, if somebody isn't live, how do they submit one during the week?
We have a
I'm placing
Google
a
sheet for
bot.
submitting
Actually, not there. That's the wrong
questions,
spot.
or Google form. Let me find the link for it here. You probably already got it for me.
Right here.
Yeah, I'm pasting to the channel.
There we go.
Right there. I post it every Wednesday with the meta announcement. It's also right in the pins. I think it's the second or third pin down.
Place on a cream
So if
bot
you've got any questions anytime
so they
throughout
can
the
build
week,
this.
throw them in there. We do our prep meetings on Thursdays, so if they're in there before Thursday, we'll definitely make sure we get it into the one on the following day.
Nice. All right. Well, let's jump straight into the headlines. How about the rewards?
We can see Salmon Panini rewards went out this week. That was last week's event. The leaderboard document is not updated yet, but I will make sure that I update it right after this town hall. I'll try to make sure that I keep that up to date. I know I got behind for a bit. If you forget where that document is, it's right in the FAQ, and I will put a link for it in the chat right now.
I have it
Nice.
up actually, right here.
And up next, we got some interesting news from the
Was
new
looking at some
surprise
ranks.
about social media.
Yeah, well, actually, it's our new, our upcoming art contest that we're going to be kicking off. So if you guys checked out our Twitter, we actually just announced our Earth Day art competition that's going to be coming up next Monday on April 22nd. It's going to be kicking off at 12 p.m. PST. So the rules and pretty much like what we want for participants to do is to basically create art using in real life materials. So this could range from painting to just pen that's going to be allowed. So we have the full rules up on Twitter, but I'll go through them a little bit. So when you guys are submitting the artwork to us, you're going to be doing it through the Zealy Quest board. We have 3 unique quests that's going to unlock there on Monday, and the first one is going to be for the submission of the artwork. So when you guys are submitting your artwork, just make sure that you take a picture of it. It could be like on a blank background or whatever. Just submit that,
bottle.
And it
Sorry,
could be
that's
like
habit.
a standard photo. Submit it, and then we'll
accidentally
check
making
it
bottle.
over, and just make sure that there's no cheaters or there's no other, just like work that they're trying to slide by us.
Is anybody here entering the art contest he's talking about?
Is you have to basically post it on either Twitter or Discord. So if you post it on Discord, you just have to copy the link to the post and submit that. Or if you submitted it on Twitter, then just copy the link to the tweet and then submit that as well.
Not sure, Martin. I'm not having
post both.
No connection issue on my side.
At least one for the entry, but if you wanted to submit both, then you're more than happy. You're more than welcome to do that. Also, additionally, you are going to be getting a generous amount of Zealy XP for participating if your submission is approved. I believe you're going to get about 10K XP since this is kind of a big ask.
That's cool.
And since this is a pretty a bit more of a competitive competition. I figure that I'll reward those that with Zealy points, with a good amount of Zealy points that want to participate. Additionally, you also get some nice Zealy points for the link submissions for sharing your
Might have
artwork.
been the stream then.
After all submissions are made, we're
If it
going to open up
lagged.
voting inside of the Discord channel, and pretty much everybody's going to vote for their favorite art piece. They're going to, all the pieces should be submitted, and then the community is going to vote for the top 5, and the top 5 art pieces are going to receive the natural, basically the top 5 art pieces. Those winners are going to receive a natural energy plant as the grand prize. So,
Oh wow!
it's going to be So it's going to be kicking off on Monday, and then submissions will end on Thursday around the same time, 12 p.m.
In case you're wondering how much that NFT is worth,
12 p.m.
it's worth around $160.
Weekend, and then on Monday, it will
Last I
close,
checked,
same
a couple
time,
days
and then
ago.
we'll announce the winner then.
That's awesome. I can't wait to see the submissions.
Yeah.
Same. I really am looking forward to it.
My
It's gonna
sister
be
is
awesome.
drawing something to
It's gonna be an
submit.
awesome competition.
It's a nice
She
surprise,
doesn't.
too.
I don't think she has Zealy though.
is.
She has to make one.
But we're going to go big on Earth Day.
Got one live question already. O-Town, did I miss anything? Yes. We were talking about the Earth Day art contest, so rewind a little bit. Well, let's jump straight
that's
into
about
game updates. I'll go first. We got guilds. Guilds were scheduled for Q1. They are running a little long.
So they're
That's
not
on
done
me, or really on my
on the.
our team's insistence on testing. We want to make it as bug-free as possible.
He wanted to blame
And
someone
last
else,
minute,
but
it's
he
pretty
changed his
complicated
mind.
collection of
Sorry,
UI
I thought that
network
was a little
calls,
bit
so we're
funny.
just being really careful with
I mean,
that.
it sucks, right?
This
It
week,
sucks that
the
it's
library
delayed.
view, where you can share your NFTs with your friend, your guildmates. That one's a little bit
Your
tricky,
guildmate.
and we've had to go back and forth on the UI a little bit. There were some edge cases about, when an NFT is borrowed versus when it's loaned out. How do we display certain things? So that was a little bit of UI work, and then of course ongoing testing. We had to fix some network errors that weren't quite being handled right, and we got that fixed. We have a new art director. I think we mentioned that maybe a month ago.
Beanie,
And he's awesome.
hello.
He actually jumped directly into Godot this week and last week to fix up some of our UI because we're just little smooth brain programmers over here. We don't have the big art skills. So thank goodness he did that. He jumped in, and that's awesome. And we are adding a new landing page. So like when you click your little guild banner, it'll actually tell you what the heck guilds are. Originally, we just threw you straight into the feature, but we thought maybe not. Maybe like a year from now, people won't even know what this feature is. So let's put a little explanation page in there. Besides that, just some tweaks, stuff like the banner.
I want to ask him who's responsible for the guilds being delayed.
In a guild, and
He's not gonna say
adding
it,
some
but he kind of
clarification
wanted
on
to
the join and invite.
put the blame
For
on someone.
example, if you're in a guild and you get an invite and you click accept, we're going to throw a little modal up now that's like, but if you accept this invite, you're going to leave your old guild. Are you sure about that? So it's like that kind of thing, right? We don't want you to have to go asking, NLO, TSM, whoever, like, please invite me back. Like, just put a little modal in there. So that's some of the feedback as we do the testing. That's why it's taking a little longer. Also, we provided some tooling because we know, despite our best efforts, there might be things that go live that people cannot self-manage. And we want to provide for customer support, QA, people like that, ourselves, the ability to inspect and change guilds if people run into trouble. So there's some backend tooling, and we had to do some inventory validation. You can imagine now that our inventory on our backend service is saying things like, oh, well, not just do you own this NFT, but why is this even in your inventory? Is it here because you borrowed it from a guildmate? Or do you actually own it, but you can't use it because you've loaned it out? So some validators were updated there. And and I think overall progress is pretty good. So we'll give y'all updates and more screenshots as they come along. Next section would be daily challenges. That'll follow guilds. And then, as you know, our roadmap, or maybe you don't know, but it'll go guilds, daily challenges, which means earnings, which is super exciting. And then after that, we're gonna do our NFT upgrades.
I could keep
and
repeating the same
Brienne has a
thing,
big
but
plan for that, which we'll get
most
into in
people are
Q&A,
aware now
maybe a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit
of the
that.
roadmap.
So yeah, other than that, check the Discord for fixes whenever Farmer Michelle posts as we do releases. You'll see a lot of data fixes and stuff in there. And there was a fix that went out 2 Fridays ago for the stuck ATVs, and people were complaining about that for quite some time. And it should be permanently fixed. And if it's not, let me know. I just wanted to call that out because that was such a thorn in the side of players. So
A good bug
let's
fix.
move
That's for
on
sure.
to Mayhem talk. What?
Oh yeah, some
Brienne,
Mayhem news.
we have
People do
Mayhem
want that.
talk.
Yeah, we do. It's coming up. It's really interesting. So, all right. We have 4 weeks of content starting from May 6th through May 31st. Every week we're going to have a different competition. And we also will have
May
the
6th.
second batches sales of all our NFTs that had the first batch.
Great, so
partial,
Hatchet Hank
right?
Juniors, Green Forges,
And
Crystal
just
Sanctum.
like Volcron said, the reworks of some NFTs that we have released during the last semester, right? As usual, also discounts on NFTs, and the second companion reaching the game, which is Lucy the Border Collie.
Lucy the
She will
Border
hit
Collie.
the store on the first week of the Mayhem. I read that Sparky should be a subgrid size. It's a doghouse by Citizen X. It's actually right. We are going to check that out because it should be a smaller size space. All right, so for the first week of Mayhem, we
Oh.
have the Everybody's Welcome event, a competition with 2,500 seats.
2,500.
We'll have
Oh,
also
okay.
the sale of the 750 green forages and the
750
rewards of
green
Table of Appreciation and the Crystal Reindeer. More details will come up during the week before we release this. We will have also
Yeah,
a
stream within the
re-engagement
stream.
campaign
Welcome,
for
Smiling.
users that stop playing Common Ground World, where we will be reaching them, telling them that guilds is coming, and
Mhm.
we'll have a freebie for them. So everybody that played the game, that spent time on it, will be able to check out how cool is the game right now. For the second week, we
Okay.
have a competition that I wanted to try, which is the best of the best. It's a competition with 500 reward seats and the same amount of
Oh,
rewards
500 reward
that a
seats.
regular competition. And for the rest of
Oh.
players that play that competition, so they don't get left out, they will receive a free turkey skin for participating and selling at least 10 mirrors in the competition. I think I
Same.
just spoiled the
But
craft that's
if
going
you
to
don't
be
have
there.
it,
It's
it's something.
mirrors. All right. Along with that, 800 Hatch and Hack Junior
That's true, Crypto Dot.
sale,
That's
and the works
dangerous.
of Cocoa Chalet and the Mistletoe Arc. And for the third week, another Everybody's Welcome competition with 2,500 seats as well, and the 100 units of Arcane Ring Epic at sale as well. The reworks of Tunnel of Love and the Barista Palace for the third week. And finally, for the fourth week, we have the first planned guilds competition.
Oh, awesome.
Right.
It's
We have
actually
the
coming
Better
up then.
Together competition. So everybody prepare, get your guild, create your guild, invite people.
We're working on that for the
We
Dub
also
Guild. I
have
need to
the
make an
sale of
announcement
the
on it, but
100
yeah.
Crystal Sanctums that have left. And the rewards of Masterful Distillery and Monumental Snowman. So expect more details on this, on rewards and more specifics during the week before each event's going on. It's going to happen. We will be sharing with you key arts and new assets.
I'm a little
as
bit
days
confused
go
about the
by.
rewards
And
they're talking
yeah, let's
about.
have a great Mayhem this year.
I can speculate a little
Please
later.
share your thoughts with us, and really looking forward
They
to see you enjoying it.
That's really cool.
I do have a
Did you
question.
say
Is there
were
extra
500
rewards?
reward seats for best of the best?
Best of this. 500
Yeah, second
seats.
week.
Yes.
And there's a
Good
just
for the
playing,
high-ranking
you get
players.
something
That's
as
about
well?
it.
Yes, a free turkey skin, not only for playing, but selling at least 10 mirrors,
Sell
Oh my
10
gosh.
which is the
mirrors.
featured craft of that day.
I
Yeah.
knew it, by the way. I speculated
awesome.
mirrors on
Yeah, that's
Tuesday.
a spoiler too. I didn't mean to.
Yeah, we
Oh,
knew.
well,
That's all right.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, just as a to go off script or whatever for a sec, like Mayhem traditionally for this product has been a mayhem behind the scenes as well, and this year to have Reant and everybody else doing this with pure data and taking that burden off of the devs, so we can just focus on writing code. Thank you so much, emoji prayer hands over here. Thank you, Rian.
Yeah,
That's
we're
awesome.
fully
What a
focused in promises, so that's our goal.
yeah, yeah, that's great. Okay. Well, let's move on to Q&A. We got the first one for Farmer Michelle. Um, whatever happened to the common ground t-shirts and hats that came with the film mystery boxes?
It's a good
Will
question.
we ever be able to get our merch?
Yeah, what happened to the merch? Which I don't have,
I
so I
don't
don't
know
really
a
care
lot
about it.
that because it was part of
Turkey
the
skin's
Common Ground
$10, I
film,
think. Hey, now.
not part of Common Ground World, the game. If you head over to that film Discord, they'll probably be able to help you out over there. It's more of like a Gala entertainment thing, not a Gala games thing. So I just don't know the full details of what's going on with all that. Here's the invite to the film Discord. If anyone isn't in the film Discord and wants to be over there and ask questions, which you can definitely ask them over there.
Awesome.
Joe,
it's
it
interesting to see the evolution,
depends.
right?
I
Like,
don't.
it was just Gala Games, and now we're.
I'm
doing some
wondering
interesting
if the
things with
reward
film and
structure is the
music.
same.
Yeah.
They didn't give
Yeah,
out
they're doing
enough
a lot
info
over there
about
in
that.
film too.
Let's see.
What's our next question? Oh, it's for you. I'll read it.
Okay.
It says, can we not have a cooldown time for NFTs? Instead, keep track of NFTs that are already earned for the day, eligible to earn table, non-eligible to earn table. When a request is made, are you in the eligible table? If yes, earn. If no, deduct town points from total and earn with eligible NFTs.
Oh. Sounds like there's a little confusion over that. We could probably do a better job.
Yeah,
of
Smiling, where's my
communicating
hoodie?
any kind of
I still
cooldowns and
remember that hoodie
eligibility.
Bitbender promised me.
But if you ever wonder like what our policy
I don't know
is
what happened
and
to
how
that.
that'll be reflected in the game, just think: can two people benefit from something that only one person is supposed to benefit from? If so, you're probably not going to be able to do that. So that's like high level. Hope that answers it. But in detail, specifically,
Partial hello. He says
yeah,
turkey skin,
if
great
you have an earning
reward,
NFT
but
and
he's
you send it to
laughing.
your friend,
That's my
we're gonna
reaction
keep track
too.
of exactly which NFT was used to claim daily challenges. So it doesn't matter if it goes to your friend over the network, like it's a chain transaction, or if you
Or
own it
Michelle
in a
threw an
guild.
elite with the mirrors.
That NFT is only going to be able to be used in one
Mirrors.
daily challenge.
She says since it's already been
And,
leaked, might as
we're
well
doing
leak the
some NFT
concept art too.
ownership, tracking
Looks
and
cool.
fixes
Shiny.
I mentioned last week to address some fast forward quirks.
Also, I asked two
yeah,
questions
we
here.
could
Hopefully
probably
they
do a better
answer them.
job of giving
Bigger
that
prize
map. As
pools? Are
far
we
as
getting bigger
cooldown,
prize pools? We'll see.
I think that might still be up for debate. I know in the Play Canvas version, there was that 24-hour cooldown. Like when you receive an NFT from a friend, you have to wait a day. And
Yeah, turkey
we'll see
skin's
if we
$10. It
re-implement
is.
that or not.
When it's on sale, it's like
Is that clear,
$5,
Farmer Michelle? What do you
but
think?
it's $10 regular price.
Yeah, it made sense.
Okay. Next question's for you. Will there be a dedicated mode for the daily quest?
Yes, I believe we talked about that a couple weeks ago. I think Wild Moopsy did. There will be a whole separate mode, kind of like there is for the event mode now.
Yes.
There'll be one just for daily challenges, and it will reset daily so that you can start over to do the challenge again for the day.
Nice.
And that's where daily earnings will be. They won't be on casual or in the event mode. They'll just be in that one mode.
Yeah, we might even have some visuals. We're going to do over that actually after this AMA. We're going to go over some
nice
wireframes on that. Let's see. Next one also for you. Will I have to reset my town each day to complete the daily challenge?
You shouldn't have to reset it yourself. It should
It's gonna be a new
automatic.
town.
I'm not 100% sure because it's not totally live yet, but that I would imagine is how it will be if anyone knows anything else. feel free
Okay.
to mention that.
Yeah, it'll be like any other challenge. It'll behave exactly like the weekly competitions, but it'll just last 24 hours.
That's what I figured.
Um, well, this one was for um, Wild Moopsy. How much time? But maybe Rian can take it, or Michelle. How much time will be needed to complete the daily quest? Do we have an idea of like, we could be silly and say 24 hours because it's daily. But I
No,
think they're asking
but
for
it's a good
guidance
question.
on
I'm wondering if it's like
how
about
is
like
there
an
an idea? Do we have
hour.
an idea yet of how long a player should have to put in?
I
Are we
guess the
talking
turkey
like
skin's not
20
really
minutes a
worth
day
anything
or
if everybody
5
gets it.
hours a day? What do
Hey
you think,
now.
Riant? How hard will these challenges be?
Well, it should depend on what's the daily challenge actually, but it should take around 30 minutes to an hour. I'd say I will
Without
need to talk to this with
NFTs,
Wild
right?
Moopsy, but I would
Okay.
say that's a good window of time to spend running
Yeah.
daily challenges.
Alrighty. I think we addressed this one already. Somebody said win daily earnings. Yep, that'll come with the daily challenges, and that follows the guilds. Next one's for you, Riant. Hey, can't you give me an extra buff on Sparky, like Brightwind?
Oh yeah.
People were
Maybe in the
asking
future,
about
some
that.
NFTs, as you know, will be reworked through during May Mayhem, and in the future we are
What does
really
that
open to
mean?
improve them if we feel they need a kick. Yeah. Also, we are looking forward to have more dogs, more pets that could have better abilities or different abilities.
Okay. Next question's for you again.
Dog
Hey,
NFTs are smart.
the wheat stand doesn't
Pets
require
in
a road.
general as
Then why
NFTs are
does the
smart.
sugarcane stand? Shouldn't it also not require a road?
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense.
What
I'm
about the
going to talk
Valentine's Day
with
stand?
Wild Moopsy to check that out. Thank you
Alrighty.
for the question.
Oh, here's another
I'll be
one
happy if they
for,
remove the road requirement though
let me see if I
on
can.
sugarcane stands. Next we
Okay,
can
I'm just going to
figure
read
out
this.
the other
There's no
stands.
profanity, so I'm going to go verbatim. It's a question as to what Townstar looks like longer term if creating new utility on a weekly basis. I offer extending the timeline a bit, economically feasible. I think they're saying what's our long-term gameplay plan for utility of NFTs?
Oh,
Right. So the long-term plan for
one
Common
with the
Ground World is
metaverse. Good
to
morning.
drive two things. One, cooperative play through
No, earnings
guilds,
shouldn't be tied
and
with
two,
guilds.
leveraging Gala chain through upgradable
Or
NFTs
it would
and
be
earn
different
units and
earnings.
dirt.
A different way to
That's
earn.
the long-term vision we have for the game. Regarding utility, we always strive to make both more wide amount of crafts and metas, as well to make more deep metas and mix them up to make more diversity of ingredients and materials and making more complex assets. So we are
Mm,
right now by making more crafts such as lettuce or eco paper. We try to cover every kind of material that a regular environment or economy has
Yeah, I'm
to
not
make
even
more
top 25
complex.
anymore. It doesn't
Uh,
matter.
yeah, and more products.
I'm not even close.
okay,
So we try to cover
Not
everything.
nice.
like 50 red lamps away. Oh well, top 50.
Or
I kind of figured.
Michelle's got the chair.
Yeah.
All right, here's last one for you, Riant. This player says, and I'm not embellishing. This is what they wrote. I love the new metas and the starter towns. The devs are really heads down and they're delivering. I swear a
Oh,
player
that's
really
sweet.
wrote that. I do miss hearing more of the big picture vision. The vibe is more live
Hmm.
DevOps now. It would be good to hear the vision for the guilds, not promises/leaks. Okay. All right. You know how we love a good story time. For me, I really play games to be part of something inspired.
Davidson,
Thanks again.
hello.
Right. This is a really great question. I really appreciate
Yeah, Joe,
the
that's not a
player
whole lot
who
of Gala.
sent us this. As I just said, the vision of Common Ground World for the remainder of 2024 is to strengthen a community by releasing guilds, do guild competitions, get everyone together and cooperate for to get the best position in guilds competitions, and also
Right.
to leverage Gala chain, just as I mentioned. bring back earnings through daily challenges, and add an extra dimension of gameplay through levels and upgrades with the upgradable NFTs that we have planned for Q3. So we want to enhance our community sense and leverage the amazing Gala chain system that we have. That's the vision we have for our loved game.
I am happy that a guild system is coming to the game.
It's really interesting.
Personally, I feel like daily challenges should have been prioritized.
You know, a year ago,
because that's what we used to have. That's like one of the promises they made.
It's like,
a daily earning system. So I think daily earnings would have been more important.
That
they should have done that first.
You're going to be, if you're not going to,
then they could have done guilds.
You can loan.
That's my perspective, at least.
NFTs to a friend, and they can earn from it, and it's off chain, so it's not.
Santiago says, "Hi, Dub. Congrats on your build. Thank you."
Game data, and that changes the utility of the earning NFTs entirely. So, yeah, thanks for that answer. I think that clears it up, Brienne.
And thank you.
Let's see. First question is kind of more of a policy thing. I transferred the wrong NFT to a friend, and this NFT was in my town. He transferred it straight back, and I just realized, will this flag my account? He never placed his town or anything.
Probably.
No. If he didn't use it if you guys were not trying to use it at the same time, then you're fine. If it looks like you were repeatedly transferring it so that you guys could both benefit from it, that would pop up.
I guess that's ultimately not his decision. It's up to whoever flags his account.
Next one is, I think the question is, will you have to place and replace every earning NFT on a daily basis to complete the challenge?
Yeah.
That's the design right now, yes, Citizen X.
Yeah, the people with their 50 orbs of hope are going to be a little bit disappointed,
we might be able to revisit that if there's...
That's the way it's going to be.
You know, if people, it might be enough.
I'm not exactly sure how many reward NFTs I have, but most of mine are crane bots.
What if I have 400 earning NFTs?
Easy enough to place down.
I can't place all those in the town. There's just not enough room. So we might revisit that if it becomes a problem. I think that's it for the live questions we've captured.
No,
Michelle's in there.
I had a question.
Answering in text.
I try.
Ha. Dash Rock with the jokes.
What about my questions, Volcron?
Yes, X, you're welcome.
Well, we'll see if he has an answer to them. I usually don't ask questions, but I do have two of them.
We might need a novice and an advanced competition to allow new players simple metas to learn gameplay. Sushi Boats is not for the novice.
I agree. Hey, now, I agree.
Right,
Sushi Boats is not new player friendly.
You could learn that within not too long, right?
You could, but if you're brand new, oof,
yeah, there's plenty of
tough.
videos in the CGW videos channel.
Oh yeah, I do have videos on Sushi Boats. I do.
You know, if you need some input or some help.
Yeah, and
great place to look.
Some metas that we do aren't that complex as Sushi Boat. They are more simple.
No, he's got a point. Some metas are not as complicated as Sushi Boats.
For novice or apprentice players.
So what he's saying is that this upcoming competition is not new player friendly.
Here's one from Dubstep.
It doesn't have to be.
First question: do the Mayhem competitions feature a bigger prize pool?
Yes.
And I think he's saying, like, do our regular weekly competitions.
So for the Mayhem, the best of the best competition, it will have basically the same amount of rewards, but distributed through the 500 players, right? The distribution,
it's not a lot.
Be sharing that later. And the Everybody's Welcome has a bigger prize pool because there are more players.
Okay.
And the regular seats do have an increased prize pool as well. We will be sharing the exact figure.
Okay.
During the next weeks.
That's not a lot.
Nice. Okay.
I'm not a.
And then Dubstep Rod, as a follow-up, says, "What does quote more rewards for the NFTs you mentioned mean?"
Yeah, what does that mean?
I'm not sure what he means by that.
Yeah, maybe he means like higher Gala, or I thought you were pretty clear on which NFTs you get.
I have
Next
no.
one's from Couch Potato.
Also I have no idea
is there any
what they were talking about.
Available NFTs,
so they have no idea what I'm asking.
Yes,
Fair.
there will be discounts.
Oh, nice.
You can count on that. Yeah.
Let's see. Martin Seabols is contemplating the passage of time. Did you have a question, Martin? Let us know.
He was just asking about the white paper being ready yet.
Okay.
I don't think that we got any more updates this week from the legal department.
That's a good question, Martin, but
as they review it,
yeah.
make sure it's good to go.
Probably no update. Like
Yeah, I
you
was
said,
checking
where's our
yesterday.
update on the
There's still
trade
some
bot?
open questions.
Not yet.
Let's see.
Any other live questions out there, guys?
Well, I'll tell you what. If any come up while y'all are talking about the meta and the sale, we can revisit.
It's a good
Awesome.
info
Let's
that they
move on
gave
to the meta
us,
then.
but we still don't know the
event
reward
next week
structure,
is
the actual
Sushi Boats,
price
which was
pool. I
already
mean,
announced on Wednesday. I just put up the starter town image this morning, so you
Price
can see
pool.
it there. My original announcement had said plains, but it's actually forest. The edges are North Forest, East River, South River, and West Ocean. Again, that's Sushi Boats. There's no change to the recipe or anything. The cash boost this week is going to be white rice. The starter town will have some rice fields, fully passive with water and a mixing tent, so you can get started right away with your white rice. And I think that's all I've got.
you could
for it.
do white rice right at the start. I
Should be a
mean,
good week. It's been a
she's
while
right.
since we've done Sushi Boats.
Just one mixing tent, though. Not a whole lot.
AI. Edie Lugs. All right, Riant, are you ready to discuss a sale?
Yeah, we have coming up in a few hours the Sakura Gourmet. It's a legendary NFT. It's going to cost $400 with 500 supply. The description is indulge in the rich flavors of Sushi Haven, an esteemed culinary destination located within Sakura Gourmet. Led by 3 masterful itamae, which are sushi chefs,
Right,
this
3
restaurant
workers.
is renowned for its exceptional craftsmanship and offers a global enhancement to salmon and eel. So there you go. It's going to be particularly helpful for the sushi boat competition, and really looking forward to see it in game.
Utility is huge for sushi boats.
Nice. Well, that's exciting. Thank you for all that info.
Thank you.
There was one follow-up question. Just want to know, the new sushi restaurant NFT gives 50% craft speed for both fishing platforms and wild net fishing? Question mark.
I mean, it's a good
Yes.
question.
Alright.
Anything that crafts salmon, so that's
Okay.
wild net fishing platforms, and the advanced fishing platform NFT.
Okay. Hey Now has a question. Will Mayhem reward people who played in Mayhem last year?
It's a good question, but
Returning
Farmer Michelle
folks.
just said no.
I don't think so.
Alrighty. All right. Well, I am not seeing any other live questions right now.
So Joe's asking me, if you were a player that has stopped playing, is the Mayhem
Well,
price is
everybody, thank you
going
so much for
to
joining
entice
us.
you to come
It's
back?
beautiful Friday. Hope everybody enjoyed.
I don't
their
have enough
holiday.
information to
And,
really know that
I
right now,
personally had a good
Joe.
time.
With the information I know right
If
now,
you're listening on
no.
YouTube, be sure to
Just
click like and
No,
subscribe.
I
and
wouldn't want to
turn
know
on
the actual price
notifications.
pool
And we will
because they didn't tell us the price
see
pool.
you next week.
See
Have a
you.
great weekend.
Happy
Bye,
Friday.
everybody.
Happy Friday. Take care.
Oh, that was pretty short. Yeah, shortest AMA to date is what Citizen X said on Discord. That was actually pretty short. But that's what happens when they give us the information on Wednesday, which is cool. I appreciate that. I do like that Farmer Michelle gives us all the information we need to know on Wednesday. Alright, so I do like how they gave us more information on Mayhem. I feel like one of the most important things people want to know is the actual prize pool, the reward pool. Like, what's how much rewards are going to be given out? You know, in terms of Gala, we were not given that information. we were given information on the leaderboard placements, which does make it sound like the reward pool will be bigger. But that is speculation. I have no proof to back that up. Joe says, I got to be honest, I'm disappointed with the Mayhem info so far. I feel like we still have... We'll have to wait and see. Because I don't know right now. It could be better than last year's Mayhem. Just too soon to tell right now. Ives says, I have to miss 2 weeks in May. Will be the first week I miss in a year. Bad timing? Aw, yeah, that sucks. Curious if they'll have a reward for playing every week. I remember last year I pretty much... I can't even say I missed it. I was going to miss one of the competitions. I think it was the uniforms one. But I ended up doing it from my phone. So the entire competition. Yeah. I think it was the uniforms one. Actually, I don't remember which one it was. No, it was uniforms. Whatever. I'm gonna get lost in thought if I think about that. Martin says 2 or 3 hours before ends, I make another extra lager. Now I have 3 extra. Seems like I get 2 lamps more. Haha. It's like, it's a good tweak, Martin. It's just a little too late. It's showing that I'm making 42. That's only because I had extra red steel. I should actually be making 41. Or maybe something happened during offline and I was only making 40. It was really close to top 25 though. Wonder if going offline possibly messed me up somehow. I'm not exactly sure. I still think I would have been very close. I still don't think it would have been enough for top 25. And then... yeah, it's hard to beat No Free Lunch. I should ask him what his production rate is. Yeah, if you're watching No Free Lunch, what is your production rate? Might be lurking here somewhere. I took some notes about what they talked about. I think I would have to watch the stream again because I missed some of that info. So it seems like Mayhem's just going to be 4 weeks this time, not 12 weeks like last year. Each week they're going to put an NFT, probably a new NFT on sale, right? And then also an NFT that already came out that they had extra reserved quantities of that they didn't sell. So the first week of May, which I believe they confirmed would be May 6th. That doesn't sound right. Should be May 7th. Or maybe they were talking like once the week started. They made it sound like April 30th was not actually Mayhem competition. Let me actually go look at the roadmap because they did say mirrors would be the second week. April 30th is not Mayhem competition then. I guess not. Even though... no, I guess it's not. Hold on, let me look at the roadmap. Yeah, if you guys have any questions, also feel free to ask. Okay, I found it. LV Postman, what's up? We got pushed out of top 25. I know, we were so close. Martin, 925, so 900 difference. I'm close to you. Great, not sure. Seeing the ad of Last Logger. Ives says, sounds like rewards will be good NFTs. I don't know, Ives. They were talking about adding rewards to NFTs. And then I tried to ask him, but he's like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no idea what they're talking about. They're going to do something to these low utility NFTs. They might actually improve their utility. This one. This one. This is another competition. I'm just looking at this because they had the, what do you call it? The roadmap here. So April 30th competition is not Mayhem. They confirmed this with the information that was given to us. I do believe this competition is going to be cushions or pillows. We talked about this on Tuesday. I don't know if you guys were all here for the Tuesday stream. The first week of Mayhem will be this competition, the bicycle one. Second week of Mayhem, because he did say this, the second week would be mirrors, which I speculated this one was going to be mirrors on Tuesday. Looks like I was correct on that one. Third week, they didn't give us more info on this, but I assume it has something to do with grapes. We don't know what the fourth week of May will be because we don't have a roadmap for it. Farmer Michelle didn't tell us. She probably knows, but she hasn't told us. The fourth week of Mayhem would be the competition that begins on May 30th, by the sounds of it. They should call it May. Just May. May Mayhem minus the Mayhem. I guess it really depends on the price pool, right? If the price pool's not big, it's not Mayhem. The tweet says, thank God, only 4 weeks. So let's say 5 weeks just to be safe, but last year with 3 months, it was bad. Yeah. May Mayhem light. LV Postman, I don't understand how I beat your corrupted stance. I'm not actually too sure. LV Postman, you were doing about 40 per hour, right? I speculated that's what you were doing because of your lumber rate. I know you posted your lumber rate on Discord. You must be using Crystal Sanctums though, aren't you, LV Postman? If you are using Crystal Sanctums, it's basically the same thing as using the stance. The only thing you're going to be missing out on is the full passive silica. But the sand mines will only take up a few more spots. Now, I think you did say you don't have Hatchet Hank Sr., which then, yeah. I guess your build's just better than mine, LV Postman. You must be somehow getting more lumber than I am. I'm not going to claim like this is the best build or anything. I think it's all right. It gets the job done. Definitely not the best one. I was aiming for top 50. I guess there's a shot I could have made it to top 25 like last week, but it's too late for that. LV Postman 43 after tweaks. Okay. 1 Sanctum. Yeah, the Sanctum is a huge help. The same with the stands, right? It's about the same. Jeff Sailor, 4th week of May will be with guilds. That is true. We did get that information. So they did confirm guild competitions coming back. They didn't say how that would play a role in everything. So I'm gonna speculate that that guild competition is actually gonna reward Gala. I don't think they all are, but this one, you know, for the last week of May, I think that one will probably reward Gala just because it's May Mayhem. What about, there has to be a reward structure for the single players still. I would hope so. I hope they're not just doing a reward for guilds on that one. If you guys are not in a guild and you want to join the dub guild, send me a message. We're gonna start recruiting everyone, but we do have a level system now. So if you join the dub guild, you're gonna start off at level 1. And then eventually, well, you might not start at level 1 if you've actually been playing the games a lot, the competitions a lot. I'll check your rankings on the leaderboard. If your rankings are good, you'll start at the higher level. But yeah, we're gonna have a level system. Right now it just goes up to level 3. So our top players are level 3. That's because they average around top 200 in the leaderboards. But the way we're gonna do it is dub guild's gonna be open to everyone. Like even if you're a new player, but you're gonna start at level 1, which is like you're just learning the game basically. You don't have that much competition experience. But we'll try to help everybody that we can in the guild. Of course, if you're already in a guild, you can't be in the Dub Common Ground World Guild. You can only be on one guild per game. And eventually, once the guild system comes out in the game, we'll help you find a guild within the game. I'm calling them guild groups because we can't have everyone in Dub in the same guild in the game. Because by the sounds of it, it's only 20 players per guild in the game. Hopefully that's not going to be confusing once the whole guild system's out in the game and available. Yeah, Watcher. You can either send me a direct message or just ping me on the Common Ground World chat that I have. The Common Ground World discussion chat. Common Ground World chat. Bay is, so when guild starts, single players will be disadvantaged, right? Technically speaking, yes, Bayes, because if you are in a guild and the guild owner has NFTs, they'll be able to rent them out if they want to. They'll be able to rent them out to their guild members, and the guild members will be able to borrow an NFT from them. I don't think all guild owners will rent out their NFTs, only the ones with a lot of them or that just don't play the game. The thing is, they're not really at any advantage. Like, there's no real advantage for the guild owner to lend out their NFTs right now. Once daily challenges come out, there'll be a small advantage there, but it's not a big advantage. But to answer your question, Bay, is yeah, I think single players will be at a disadvantage if they're not in a guild. It's not going to be that huge, but there will be a disadvantage. Crazy Mushroom 123, hello. How do you get in the guild? There's nothing on Gala I can see. All the guilds right now are just unofficial. They're just, you know, it's on the community side of things. Since there's no guild system in the game right now, they're still working on it. But by the sounds of it, they want to get it done by before the last week of May. We'll see if that's the case. Hopefully that's the case. How do you get in the guild unofficially, Crazy Mushroom? You would just contact anybody that's leading the guild. Like for Dub, you'd contact me. I think that I do want to see if somebody wants to help out with the whole Dub guild thing pretty soon. That way they can help assign rules and check people's ranks. But that would probably be it, at least from the start. We'll grow the community and we'll help people play the game, get better at the game, and help each other out. Martin says 2 lamps faster at 14. I'm gonna get you. You're not gonna have enough time to catch up. To me, at least. But it's a good learning experience, Martin. So yeah, I probably could have kept tweaking my build like LV Postman did. Probably could have gotten top 25. I usually don't like making changes after the competition has started. I'll just try to do as many changes as I can while I'm practicing. LV Postman, I need to learn how to play. You know how to play. I know you do. So Tweez, if I enter your guild, I can play with all this toys. But I don't have like a teddy bear NFT or anything. Fox on the road. I may have missed your message. I check Twitch every once in a while, but I'm not checking it as much as YouTube. So Fox on the road said, thank you so much for that, Dub. I'm not in a guild and was a bit stressed about how that's going to affect me being able to play anymore. So if you're not in a guild, you'll still be able to play the game. They're still going to have the reward structure for single players. I am kind of speculating here because we don't have all the info, but by the sounds of it, the guild leaderboards and the guild prize pools will not be Gala. They are probably going to be materials to upgrade your NFTs. That might not be the case for the guild competition happening during Mayhem. That one might actually be Gala, but once again, I'm just speculating on that. They didn't tell us. That's the thing, they did not tell us. Mariana looks a lot many NFT for sale during Mayhem and maybe lower rewards than previous years. We don't know for sure. It's a possibility, Mariana. It's just we're speculating on that at this point. Martin says that's my problem with the competition I want to build, and for competition needs to be done. Not sure then I should be in guild seeing that. We'll have I think there's gonna be plenty of guilds, Martin, that you'll be able to join someone's. Hopefully, as long as the guild leader's active. They don't have to be a top player or anything. Heck, I'm pretty sure there's gonna be guilds leaders that have a lot of NFTs they want to rent out and they don't even play the game. There might not be any advantage to doing that, but they might want to do that. Never Give Up says, it's hard to newbie play this game and earn. Yes, and I think it is supposed to be that way, Never Give Up. But, you know, as your name says, never give up. Sorry, I had to. To you, Never Give Up. This game, you're really meant to play and practice before you do competitions and earn something. With the current player base, you can actually play the competition, learn how to play the game, and still potentially win something. Because it's not that hard to get top 1200 right now, which is what you need to earn Gala. Back then, it used to be way harder because the player base was higher. So I would still give the competitions a shot. And yeah, I don't know if you played this competition, but the next one coming up with Sushi Boats, it is not new player friendly. We've done it several times. It is not new player friendly. Doesn't mean it's impossible. I mean, I have videos out already for Sushi Boats. I'm almost certain that the last video I put out for Sushi Boats, you could pretty much make the same build. I don't like doing Sushi Boat build showcases, actually, because I've done them a lot of times. Same thing with Stackbox build showcases. I don't like doing those. Everything else I'm fine with. I enjoy making. I actually do enjoy making the build showcases I do for you guys. But like, if there was two of them, the two that I don't like right now are Stackboxes and Sushi Boats. They're just annoying to make. Will I make a build showcase? If I do, it's going to be very similar to the last one I made, which I'll show you right now. I'm going to search it up on YouTube in a bit. Ives says, I still have a concern. Guilds is going to make normal comps harder if they are combined in any way. I think it's just going to be two leaderboards in the same competition, Ives. But yeah, it might make the regular competitions a bit harder because you got people borrowing NFTs. Hey Now says, Dubstep, I want to thank you in person for your help after comp is over. This is as close as I can get. You are welcome. Hey Now. The tweet says it's not old player friendly too. Sure, yeah, I suppose that's true. Is it? Let me search up. Common Ground World Sushi Boat. Yeah, it was. Oh, Lycan Warlord has a Sushi Boat build as well? Maybe that's not his. I'm actually not sure. Anyways, let me load up this one. And let me bring it up. Let's talk about Sushi Boats a bit. Yeah, it might take 24 hours to make this build. You're right. The tweet. If you don't have anything to help you with cash. And the cash boost that they're giving us, white rice isn't that impressive. I know, I'm pretty sure last time, maybe not last time, one of the times we were given salt. Okay, this sushi boat build showcase number 4 apparently, which I think is correct. I posted this 4 months ago. Shout out to everyone who commented. 120 sushi boats per hour. 122 sushi boats per hour. This is the design. We were given 1 river, 1 ocean, and a mountain. The mountain's there to screw us over. Let's take a look at the biome we are given for this one, because I'm pretty sure you could work with it. Right. Hope I don't get lost with opening all this stuff. So this is the biome we're given it with. This is the biome we are given for this competition. Ives is asking, that's before the requirements change, right? I do not think so. I don't believe so. Sushi Boat Build Showcase 4, I think was after the requirements change. I might be wrong. I'll have to double check. But yeah, this is the biome we're given. You see, we're given 2 rivers, 1 ocean. So you could literally use the same, assuming the requirements are correct, right? Which I'll double check right now. You can rotate it and use just the river and the ocean. That river might be able to help you out too. But like, I'm just looking at this at the laziest way possible to do the same build as I already showcased. You could do it with this biome we're given. Difference is you don't have an oil seep, so you will have to use oil pumps. The good thing about that is you're able to move around the gas setup if you wish to do so, but you will need to make oil pumps. Plus you have a passive crude oil NFT, and if you do, well, awesome, then you won't have to make oil pumps. But yeah, good question that people are asking. Is this after the adjustments to husk rice? Because I've mentioned this, I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in this video. They adjusted the husk rice requirements. Maybe I didn't mention it on this video. When exactly was that adjustment? It's a good point. So I'm going to see if I can take a look at what the rice or husk rice production rate here was. 586 white rice. So let's take a look at husk rice. Oh, maybe you can't. Yeah. I'm trying to find the exact production rate. I actually don't remember if I was... Oh, okay. 1,668 husk rice. So correct me if I'm wrong, but 1,668 4 husk rice per. That's 417 white rice. It doesn't seem 4 husk came after. Yeah, that would only be enough for 400 white rice. Making 586. This was before the changes then. Yeah. So you would need way more rice fields to make all the white rice that you need. Yeah, this might not be possible. This probably was before the changes. Just to give you a really good idea on what to do, but I don't think you could do the exact same thing just because of the husk rice change. I think there was another change that I can't remember exactly what it was. Twice as many rice fields, yeah, basically. But yes, so how guild borrowings work. One NFT will be rented to 1 guild member, I suppose. Is there any info on that? Right now, that's the info we're given. By the sounds of it, you'll just be able to borrow 1 NFT at a time. Hopefully for the entire competition, right? This biome is way better. Yeah, I agree, Joe. This biome is better. They're generous with the biome, actually. Water salt is usually pretty good, but same issue with scaling. Have to move to a better cache item. Michael M. It seems like this one is not with the 4 husk rice requirement, because I did the math and the white rice didn't really math up. The math is different. I was making about 600 white rice. I should only be making 400 with that setup, with the new requirements. It's not going to show me the requirements here, is it? No. It's not. Yeah, Ivis says he can't get 122 per hour with no NFTs required with the new requirements. Watcher, rank 1100. Haven't been ranked this low in a long time. Why is that? Yeah, the Friday slide kills. The fee to withdraw, yeah, it's expensive. If you're trying to withdraw to Ethereum chain. Bridge from Gala chain to Ethereum chain. Salmon Nigiri needs 2 salmon now. Actually, I forgot that adjustment. 2 shrimp for fish food. 2 shrimp for food mix. Did probably cut that rate in half then. Here to give thoughts on Sushi NFT. Yeah, the one coming up. Also, hello, homeboy. Homeboy Gaming. It's going good. I'm getting top 50. I was really close to top 25. But yeah, that's not gonna happen. But I'm like, for sure I'm gonna get top 50. Yeah, so the new NFT coming out, Sakura Gourmet. I think it has huge utility for sushi boats because obviously that's what they wanted to do. Makes sense. Because they want people to purchase this to compete for this competition. But when I think about these NFTs, you also have to think about how often are you going to use them, and are they actually going to be usable or useful for all the other competitions you're doing? Because, yeah, this NFT has a bunch of utility for this competition, but I don't see you using this very often for most other competitions. So this is very meta specific. If we were to ever do just salmon nigiri or eel nigiri, which eel nigiri has never been a competition, salmon nigiri has, because that's what came out before sushi boats. Yeah, if you were to do those, the utility would still be useful. But specifically for sushi boats, this NFT is very useful for that. How many more times do you think we're actually going to do sushi boats? So the main reason we were doing sushi boats so often was because it has the best stars per hour when it comes to an anything goes competition. I don't know if this has changed now because they have nerfed the amount of stars that sushi boats gives repeatedly, although it still seems to be a very good option. Maybe this NFT will still make it will still secure that best option spot for sushi boats for an anything goes competition. But yeah, are we gonna keep getting anything goes competitions? I don't think so, but you never know. And if we do, maybe they'll nerf sushi boats again. Joe says, and nerfed how many you can make. Yeah, they nerfed the points, they nerfed how many you can make. No free lunch? Oh, hey, 43 is the answer. Okay. Yeah, I'm not making 43. At most, I was making like 41.5, so that makes sense. Yeah, I was like 2 or 3 cells from top 25, so it was like the difference between making an extra 1.5 red lamps per hour or something like that. I mean, yeah, that's my thoughts on this NFT. It's really good for sushi boats. Not useful for any other meta. It's very meta specific. I don't really do like... I don't really have NFTs for fishing metas, right? So I'm not interested in this one. Because even though I know it'll help me, it's not going to help me like exponentially. Because if I had a seaweed stand and the advanced fishing platforms, which I was using last week, right? But I was borrowing those. But I don't have any of my own. If I had those, then yeah, this NFT would help out way more. Even so, I don't think I would get this NFT, and I am not going to get this one. I'm not interested in this one. I'll wait for something that I'm able to use all the time. A good example would be Green Forges. I mean, Green Forges I'm able to use all the time because I do the gold rush every single competition. I don't know if like salmon and Giri rush is a thing. I don't think so. Never heard anyone mention it. Haven't looked into it. But I mean, it's pretty easy to make salmon. Not white rice though. It's not that easy to make white rice. Not until they come out with the rice stand, which I think it'll happen eventually, but not yet by the looks of it. So yeah, good NFT, but meta specific. Not good overall, not good in general, like for all the competitions we'll be doing. Some do salmon. Oh, some people do salmon for cash. You're right. And that reduces the craft time of salmon. It changes my perspective a little bit. Only a little bit. So if you have the NFTs to do a salmon rush, then sure, you're probably going to want to get that NFT. Yeah, I don't do salmon rush. I have heard of some top players doing that. Not sure if I can say who, but I have heard it. I've heard it mentioned before. Yeah, salmon rush. I think only some very top players do that. But yeah, okay. If you do salmon rush for your cash strategy, then sure, the NFT it's a must get. It's like the pot of gold. Damn, I'm almost at 44 red lamps, but that's just because I'm catching up on the red steel. So that number's only accurate for this last hour. Yeah, it was 2.5 sales away. Okay, now it says Sushi NFT probably going to be on sale in 2 weeks. Very possible. That's another thing. They confirmed that there's going to be NFTs on sale during Mayhem, so you may want to hold off on some of them. I don't think they'll put this new NFT on sale, but yeah, anything's possible, right? They're going to sell Green Forges, but I'm pretty sure that's not going to be at a discount. Homeboy says have 5 platforms, was doing 650 salmon per hour. With this new NFT, could easily touch 1,000 salmon per hour. You're right. And how much is 1,000 salmon per hour in terms of cash? I don't sell salmon, so I'm not too familiar with it. Is it more than bottles? It is actually. It is more than bottles. 19,000 cash per salmon. 19 million per hour if you were to do 1,000 of these per hour. How much space does it take up, homeboy? I would imagine not that much, but if you want to do a quick setup for it, you will need passive energy NFTs, probably the diamond charge station, at least a rare solar panel. 19 mil cash, yeah, Wajer. That's not counting the giant Christmas tree or the Mayhem Oopsie, which increase it. But you need to build fisherman houses. There's no way around that. There's no NFT for fisherman houses. You have to build these. I guess they're not that bad. They're like loggers. You don't even need lumber for them, so I guess it's not that bad to build these. Yeah, but think of all the NFTs you need, right? This is like Jam Rush. The same difficulty in my opinion. You need a seaweed stand, aquaculturist apartments, mixing tent so you can make the fish chum. There are rare mixing tents, so yeah, you probably do need the rare mixing tents because building mixing tents is expensive, way too expensive. I wouldn't really call it a rush if it takes you that long to get all the cash you need to build these. So you need several of these. Oh, maybe a couple, just a couple of them. Homeboy, I have quite some NFTs I'm in charge. Rare Tesla, aquaculturist apartments need around 30 tiles in total. Setup needs about 20 minutes with gold as initial rush. So you transition to it. You can't start with it immediately. By the sounds of it, you do have to transition to it. Joe, Shrimp Rush was a thing for a while. I think Shrimp Rush is still a thing, Joe. The problem with Shrimp Rush is you can't do it all the time. It needs a freight pier unless you're one of the people with like 20 dragons, which apparently some people may have 20 dragons, but yeah, you need a freight pier to do Shrimp Rush. You don't always have that option. Also, Shrimp Rush takes up the entire map for it to be really, really good. In my opinion. I've done Shrimp Rush before. I used to have 2 seaweed stands. It took me a while to set it up because I didn't, like... There wasn't aquaculturist apartments at the time whenever I did the Shrimp Rush. And yeah, it takes up the whole town if you want to make it, like, efficient. Hey, now says Shrimp Rush got my town nuked because it was so fast. They said I was cheating. That sucks. That was back, that must have been back then when it first came out too. Yeah. It was. Has anybody done Shrimp Rush as of like lately? What's the top rates you can make with that? Yeah, shrimp sells for 1,800 each, right? Can't remember exactly how much like a decent Shrimp Rush did. I want to say... What was the number? I kind of want to say like 10,000 per hour is possible, but I don't remember. Or 6,000 per hour at least? Yeah, I'm asking because I just don't remember. I've not done Shrimp Rush in like over a year, feels like. 6,000 shrimp per hour was about 10 mil. 8,000 shrimp with 2 aquaculturist apartments. Okay. Yeah, 8,000 shrimp is like... Well, let me just do the math so I don't throw out a random number. 14.4 million cash. It's a lot. But it takes up a lot of space. Oh, it's not a full rush though. Okay, it's okay. Compare it to the gold ones that I do in, you know, on Tuesday, whenever I start the competition, right? You see me do my gold rush with 10 green forges, pot of gold. That does about 15 million cash, which is the same amount as Homeboy's 8,000 shrimp per hour. So, and gold is way easier to set up, the gold rush, with the right NFTs, right? So shrimp rush is still a thing. That's the thing. Shrimp Rush takes up a lot of the map. Takes up too much space. Once you want to like get started on your final build, you just have to keep clearing all of that. I'm almost at a 1 billion cash on this one. Three stands was like 50,000 per hour. What do you mean 50? I don't believe 50,000 shrimp per hour is possible, but who knows? Maybe. You must have meant something else. I'll believe it when I see it. That's a lot. Looking at the sushi boats again. Yeah, Crazy Mushroom. It's possible to look back at the leaderboards. Farmer Michelle has the... I'll share the spreadsheet on the chat. I have it pulled up as well. Farmer Michelle has a spreadsheet with all the placements. I think it's got more than 6 months worth in that spreadsheet. I think it's like the past 9 months. If I were to do a sushi boat build showcase, should I do something very similar to this or a different layout? Doesn't really make sense to do a different layout though. The biome's almost the same. Yeah, you're welcome. So yeah, if you've never done sushi boats before, you're gonna want nuclear power, which is really expensive. Reason you need nuclear power is to provide passive energy to all of your wild net fishing, which I assume you're gonna use because you got 2 waterways, without casting any dirty on them. Because if you were to use power plants, it would cast dirty on them and it would slow them down. Then they wouldn't be as efficient. You might not want to have wild net fishing on the ocean, because you might want to use the ocean for your seaweed farms instead, since the seaweed farms are positively impacted by the ocean, by the saltiness. So whenever I did this build showcase 4 months ago, I didn't have the seaweed farms right next to the ocean. I had them 1 tile away, so they had 2 passive salty. But they still made seaweed pretty quickly. Yeah, it would be more efficient if they were right next to the ocean. I mean, we are given a lot of waterways, so I do think it would be a better idea to use both of the rivers in order to get the wild net fishing for the salmon and the eel. Thing is, you're gonna want nuclear power in that area, so you can't really have crops there. How many people still in fast forward? I would hope nobody, because the competition's gonna end in 40 minutes. Yeah, I hope you hang on. Hey, now. He's at 214. That's one of the things. Do you want to use the river for the wild net fishing, or do you want to use them for your crops for the passive water? You're gonna need rice fields. Those need a lot of water. You can't have both because you're gonna want nuclear power for your wild net fishing, so that casts a lot of shade. I guess you just have to find the balance between the two. So maybe... Can you see? Yeah, you can see the arrow. Okay, my mouse. So maybe this full side with wild net fishing. And then maybe half of the ocean. And then the other half of the ocean can be seaweed farms. You have a nuke here. And then 2 more nukes. A nuke here and a nuke here. So you probably 3 nukes, just like I did with this one. 3 nukes. But you could actually have this nuke right here. Give you passive energy for the wild net fishing next to the ocean right there. And for the riverside. And same thing with the other nuke on the other side. You can have some wild net fishing right there on that river, and then the rest of it on this river. I think that's more than enough wild net fishing. At least, you know, I'm talking about this from a no NFT required perspective. If you're using NFTs, it's a different story. But then you can have the rest of the riverside for your crops, which would be your white rice, some sugarcane fields that shouldn't take up much space. Wasabi is easy. You can have that next to the where the nuke's casting shade. Gonna take a while to build this though. That was the wrong one. If you guys have any questions in particular for this competition or strategies, let me know. I'm trying to at least share some info that might help. I do suggest, if you're new to the game, practice your cash setup. Most people like to do gold, so they'll make as much gold as they can, sell it to get all the cash that they need before they actually go and finish their final build. With any competition, you want to have a design in mind already on what's gonna work. Because, like, let's say you build a nuclear power and it ends up being in the wrong spot because you didn't practice beforehand, or you don't know if your design idea works, and then you have to remove the nuclear power, or you just got to shift your entire build and make it work with however you positioned your nuclear power. That's, you know, potentially going to mess up your plans. It's going to be a waste of time and a waste of in-game money. So you want to have a plan ahead of time. And I know people will use my the no NFT builds I showcase, right? No NFT required builds as their plan, which is good. It's a good idea, a good way to learn. Hopefully you improve upon it as well. Joe says, I'm always surprised how many people wait to fast forward in the last 15 minutes. Hope you hang on. Hey now. Me too. They're really cutting it close. What if their internet goes down and then they can't get on to fast forward their town? I guess they're screwed. That's the only good thing about sushi boats right now is that I've done it several times, so I have a rough idea of what to expect. Lots of common. Smiley Monster says lots of common ground world NFTs going on sale on NFT Harbor. Any good ones to pick up? Actually, a good topic point. Let me take a look at NFT Harbor. See, if I start pointing some out that even I'm interested in buying, somebody's gonna buy them. Usually, if there's a good deal on NFT Harbor, somebody will pick it up almost immediately. So you won't see very good you won't see like, yeah, very good deals there that for that long. Crazy Mushroom 817 with 30 minutes to go. Cheers, dub. Nice, nice. Crypto Dude, the trick with fast forward is due to it's like you play with max FPS, no lag, no nothing, but still think that Gala should not allow it on last day of competition. That way you should have your PC on. Well, I don't know why they would disable it. Overall, I'm happy that they have offline mode. I think it's like absolutely needed for the game. NFT Harbor is great, and Frosty keeps doing a great job, you know, updating it. I feel like there's features here that are still needed, like a way to filter stuff better, like what was recently placed. Oh, recently listed things. But I know he's still working on some great features for this. But to quick answer you, Smiling, not anything that I've really seen. I have picked up 2 things at a good price from here. Like maybe in the past 2 weeks. Well, it's like lagging out. I picked up an aquaculturist apartment. And an epic gasoline refinery at cheaper than what they were being sold at the Gala game store. Which most of the stuff here, I assume, is cheaper than what's being sold at the Gala game store. Man, that's really expensive. Wheat stand at 100. Cool, but that's about what they go for now. They wrote at 40. That's a ripoff. Yeah, if you ever use NFT Harbor also, you want to click on this. Oh, there's a new version up? I literally just loaded this up. What happened? You want to click on the NFT and check the history on the sell price. So yeah, you click on it, then click sales. And you can see what the last one sold for and what day. So a week ago, this sold for $262 or 4,500 Gala. And yeah, I believe the Great Woodlands Ancient is worth that. It's the best effect card out there. Oh, it did update it. Sure thing, hey now. Recently listed is a feature. I messaged him about another feature that might be cool. Newest first filter is there for a few weeks for sure. I guess I haven't looked into that one. So yeah, FM shards. I guess it's on by default. See, newest first. So all of these are new. Yeah, I guess everything I'm seeing here is new. Newest first. So I guess the best deals would show up right away. You wouldn't see them too long because somebody would pick them up immediately. Nothing really stands out to me, at least from what I'm seeing here. You would have to have an idea of what the price of these NFTs are in the Gala Game Store. Like the chocolate fountain in the Gala Game Store, I believe is $300, so they're selling it cheaper here, which is cool. But I also remember that this NFT was given out for free to Zeely participants at one point. Last one was sold for $270, so that's about fair. What they're selling it for, it's a fair price. But like, say I would have seen somebody list a chocolate fountain for $200, and yeah, that would be way cheaper. That would be a really good deal. Light Circus, this was a fairly recent NFT. It's very good utility. They're selling it at $420. It's $500 in the Gala Game Store. You can see that recently one was sold as low as $300. That's a great deal. I think the reason they sold at $300 was because of the dip in price Gala had the past couple of days, and they just never updated their listing, so they got screwed over there. So somebody picked up a really good deal on that Light Circus, buying it when it was $300 worth of Gala. All these other sale prices for it seem fair, slightly under 500. That's fair. It's a really good NFT to have too. So although I won't be able to point out like, oh, like this NFT is really good, pick it up, I can't do that because clearly somebody's gonna pick it up before then. This one's $450. It's like 10% cheaper. Oh no, this other one's $423. I see. Smiling Monster says careful on some of the Champions Arena sell prices since it does not tell you the level and rank after sell. Yeah, that is one of the things with Champions Arena, and even I believe Eternal Paradox, you're not going to know the ranks on it when you buy it, assuming, well, maybe even if it's not locked, it might not be accurate. It might not be accurate until after the sale. Troy Mills says, speaking of which, what is the current price of Gala? I usually have a tab open that says that, and it should be 4.5 cents. .044, Troy Mills. Blah, blah, blah. Welcome. That's his name, blah, blah, blah. Back to the Sushi Boats and Fishing. Isn't the wild platform that you put next to the waterways way worse than the other one? It has its pros and its cons. I have done Sushi Boat build showcases where, at least one of them, where I did use the fishing platforms and it worked out fine. Because they craft salmon way faster. But yeah, they need way more materials. And you're talking about these fishing platforms. So are they way worse? No, I wouldn't say that. They're just a different strategy. You'll need less of these, which means you could probably get by with just 2 nuclear power instead of 3. So that's way cheaper, right? But you are going to need more seaweed farms. You're also going to need more shrimp farms, more seaweed farmers, more aquaculturists. All of that you'll need more of. You'll need maybe another mixing tent to make more fish chum, since you'll need 2 fish chum instead of 1 for the salmon using the fishing platform, right? Yeah, the eel is not affected because that's from the fish farm. But for the salmon, yeah. So it's just different. I wouldn't say it's worse. I would just say it's different. I can't prove if one is better than the other. I personally like doing wild net fishing more. But yeah, you might actually need one more nuke with wild net fishing. But it probably does take up a little bit less space, or it is easier to balance. It has to be one of those two. In order for me to really know the right answer, I would need to do a bunch of different builds with wild net fishing and then others with just fishing platforms. Joe says seaweed stands help the platforms. That's true. Yeah, the seaweed stands will help the platforms more because then, well, you don't need to make a seaweed, right? Ives, wild nets almost always outweigh, in my opinion. Platforms require way too much extra chum. True. Well, obviously the NFT ones are way better, Ives. I know that. A whole 4.4 cents. Yeah, Troy. Yeah, if you were to ask me, I prefer wild net fishing. Although I've done fishing platforms as well on one of the other builds. It didn't seem that bad. This was, of course, before the requirement changes of white rice and salmon nigiri, so maybe things have changed now. The craft requirement changes also reduce the amount of energy that the wild net fishing and the fishing platforms require by a little bit. Blah blah says, well, it doesn't compete with other things that don't need corner tiles. Right, I think it probably would be more efficient to do wild net fishing. Hence why you would probably need another nuclear to do it, since you need more of the wild net fishing than you would of the fishing platforms. Yeah, I have a rough idea about how I'm gonna do sushi boats. No NFTs required. But yeah, I will do a build showcase. Like I said, I'm not really a fan of sushi boats though. But it shouldn't be as difficult since I've done the builds before. I have something to base them on. And I do want to help people with an idea. I know there's going to be people out there who aren't exactly sure where to start. I would say do gold. Do a full gold rush. And I've done a video on that before. I could do a new one, but it's going to be almost the same thing. Just do a full town with gold rush. It's going to be easier on this build because you got the 2 rivers. Which you really only need 1 river, but still 2 rivers helps out more for the trees. So you save a little bit of pond space. But basically, full town with gold, forges, gold panning sites and forges, and panning houses, panner bunkhouses, or just panner houses. Spend hours getting all the gold that you need. Either do it overnight or while you're away. Then come back to all the cash that you need and finally get started working on the build. It's a huge process no matter what. There's no way to avoid that if you don't have enough NFTs to help with your cash rush. It's just going to take a long time. Crazy Mushroom and Paved Road NFT that would allow a mine on a corner would be cool. So you're saying, Crazy Mushroom, you're saying something that would allow me to place a mine here, but still have these 2 mine, right? So it would be like a special certain kind of paved road that affects corner tiles. That's an interesting concept. think it would have other interesting utility as well. I don't know how overpowered that would be. But yeah, that sounds cool. Ives says, get yourself 75 mil in cash, then start to figure it out. Plan first, saves a lot of time in my opinion. You want to plan something out first. Yeah, you want to practice. And even when you know, when it's competition time and you're working on your build that you already planned it out for, you're going to need a lot of cash. The tweets, now you can start gas because the last sale just came out. The tweets, you think it'll make a difference here? I'm pretty sure No Free Lunch has another batch of red lamps he's about to pump out. If anything, maybe LV Postman has a shot. But I won't catch up. I need like 50 red lamps minimum. I actually think I need 60 red lamps. If I had 60 red lamps just waiting around to sell, first of all, LV Postman and No Free Lunch would probably be pissed off at me. But yeah, if I had that, I'd be able to get top 25. But nah, I'm not gonna bother making gas. I'm good. Top 50. I'll tweak the final plan during Cash Rush. You could actually do that, Troyes. So let me make sure I understand what you're saying. Competition started, right? You set up your gold rush or whatever you're doing for cash. Set up your gasoline, you know, setup because you need it. Then wait around for like at least 20 minutes. Make sure you're actually selling gold. Nothing's getting jammed up. Everything's in the auto sell. Make sure you have offline mode turned on. Update town offline turned on. Then you get out of here, go back to your casual server, and you continue to tweak your final build that you were practicing on. Is that what you're saying, Troy? If that is what you're saying, then yes, it's a great idea. While you're working on your, you know, getting all the cash you need, you can keep practicing on your final design. It's a really good idea. I could actually just leave and it would be... I'd still get top 30 if I just back out of here. I'm gonna stay on here though, obviously, 15 more minutes, but it wouldn't make a difference. Troy says, yeah, pretty much. I did ask this on Tuesday, but now that we're actually done with the competition, what did you guys think about red lamps? Was it difficult or was it actually not that bad? Because I think it wasn't that bad. And I'm talking about this from the perspective of both making the no NFT build and making this one. Obviously, I'm using NFTs on this one, so this one's way easier. But the no NFT build that I made, it didn't feel that bad to make the red lamps. Although I'm comparing it to like bicycles, which felt way worse. Bicycles feels more difficult to make. No Free Lunch says it was hard. Okay. Maybe it's just me. Ives says lamps were fine. It's just not as fun when it's so slow. I guess it's more fun whenever you're making like 500 milk per hour and milk is the meta. Wager, difficult, so much lumber is needed. So like a quarter of the build is trees, right, Wager? Baya says it was fun with no NFT. Nice. Crypto Dude says not bad, but still it shouldn't had steel also to craft them. We use steel for red steel. No, I feel like red steel is one of the easiest things. The molten glass might have been a little harder to deal with. The lights, the molten glass lights. I think it's because I've done blue steel before, and blue steel is just more difficult. Denis Crochet says, took a long time to build all the steel mills. That's true. I mean, have you done sushi boats? Because it's gonna take like twice as long. Davidson, not too bad. Crazy Mushroom says, lamps were okay. Nukes make a bit of difference. I don't believe you need nukes, at least from a no NFC perspective. Sure, it would make a little bit of difference. It would save you a little bit more space. So there'd be more ways to improve it. Not exactly sure how, but you'd have more space to improve it. I guess you'd probably want more space for your tree farms, since most of the build is lumber anyways. Troy Mill says, originally I thought I would use nukes and total build cost was going to make it hard. Then I saw your no NFT build without nukes, much cheaper. That town up and running in record time. Yeah, exactly. I feel like nukes weren't necessary. So it really wasn't as bad. Tiny says, I have seafood warehouse, so do not need to make ice. That's huge for sushi boats. That is huge. But then again, you're still gonna need a bunch of cash for nukes, so you're still gonna need a lot of cash. But that is the other thing I forgot to mention with sushi boats. It's that step that requires you to get like 10 mil cash just to get the ice for the seafood warehouse. And that's another thing you want to make sure you don't mess up. You need to place down the seafood warehouse exactly where you need it to go. Because if you place it in the wrong spot and you already got rid of your ice production, you're gonna need to build it again. Just to build another seafood warehouse, which is really annoying. Yeah, that sushi boat just has too many expensive steps. Troy Mills, it's a little bit to get just above 10 per hour. Okay. Bayes not gonna do sushi boats. It's very annoying. I actually don't even blame you, Bayes. I'm gonna do it, even like with the competition. I'll probably only get top. Okay, I'm gonna try to aim for top 50. I don't know if I can, but I'll try. I mean, I have energy is not a big of an issue for me because I have the diamond charge station. A lot of sushi boats is energy, but that's not the main thing you're dealing with. Other than that, the only other thing I have to help me is an aquaculturist apartments NFT, which saves me a couple of spaces. I don't have seaweed stands. Unless somebody wants to, you know, lend me one or I end up buying one for cheap. Fish warehouse, says Crypto Dude. Only those without the NFT know the pain. The fish warehouse isn't gonna solve all your problems, Crypto Dude. You still need the seafood warehouse. Okay. Sorry, Crypto Dude. I was assuming you were talking about the salmon storage. Maybe that's not what you're talking about. When you said fish warehouse, I thought you were talking about the salmon storage. You're still gonna need a seafood warehouse. Or the NFT seafood warehouse. This one. Epic seafood warehouse. Yeah, this is nice. For any meta that involves fishing. Ives says sushi boats kinda in my opinion because of all the oak in addition to wood lumber energy. Just one more complication in getting things built plus needing nukes. Lots of things you build are just deleted later. Right. And you don't really need wood at the end, so you don't have trees, but you need the wood in order to build stuff. So you don't really have that much space for trees. Makes it annoying to build all the buildings in the first place. Yeah, no, free lunch. Ice. Although I'm pretty sure you got NFTs to make. You probably have I can't. Seafood warehouses. You probably have seafood warehouse NFTs. Can't pronounce it. Ivis says ice, steel, oak, and lumber are all setups you delete eventually. Seafood warehouse NFT saves a lot of pain. Yeah, that's true. Oh, you meant the seafood warehouse. Okay. Good game, no free lunch. I think you're good, but we'll see. Still got 8 minutes. But you have one, you always need 2 or 3. I guess you're just too good at sushi boats, okay? No free lunch. That's your problem. I have 1 seaweed. I have 1 seafood warehouse. I keep calling it seaweed warehouse. I have 1 seafood warehouse. That's more than enough for my NFT builds. But then again, I use the diamond warehouse. It doubles the storage. Yeah, the diamond warehouse doubles its storage to 120. I have the salmon storage now also. Thank you, Bayes. And yeah, you're welcome. I thought I had a sushi boat build showcase after the husk rice requirement changes. I guess not. I was pretty sure I did. Yeah, I thought it was like 50 per hour. I can't find it. Oh, we did salmon nigiri after the changes. Okay. That's what it was then. Salmon nigiri. Yeah, I was trying to look for that. I can't see it either. Yeah, but yes, I see a couple messages. I'm gonna respond to them after the stream. Thank you, though. Well, Mayhem, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if I'm excited yet. I am looking forward to it, but I don't know what the reward pool is. And I'm gonna have to go back and listen to the town hall again, because there's some info I missed there. Once I get that info, you know, once I go over that info again, I'll make an announcement with that info, assuming Farmer Michelle hasn't already. Because, like, I know every week it's going to be a little bit different. I don't remember if they mentioned they're going to put Hatch and Hank Juniors on sale again. I know they're going to do Green Forges, the Epic Arcane Rings, and the Crystal Sanctums. I don't remember if they said Hatchet Hank Juniors. Maybe that was for the second week. I'm not completely sure. But I'm going to listen again to that part in the town hall, take some more notes, and then share that announcement on my Discord just so people can know. I didn't really take notes on anything else because, like, the roadmap's the same. White paper's still in legal review. What they talked about, the guilds, it's about the same. I mean, they're making progress, but it's still not done. They did confirm mirrors, which is nice. Okay, I am actually excited for the mirror competition, even though I don't know what the reward prize pool is. They said that it would only be top 500 getting Gala, which, look, a lot of you are going to be upset. I understand that. You're going to be like, what? Only top 500 gets Gala? I don't usually get top 500. That means I'm not going to get a prize this week. I understand that you would be upset about that. I really do. The top players, which spend a lot of money on this game, they're probably going to be more excited for that competition because the prizes will more than likely be better. And it's a mirror meta. I'm assuming, I might be wrong, I'm assuming here, that mirrors have something to do with glass, which means chromium and limestone and probably silica will be involved, right? Which means that my corrupted stands will be very useful in that competition. That's why I'm excited for that one. But I'm speculating. I don't know what the craft requirements are. The guild competition also sounds nice. I think by then we'll all have a guild set up, at least with the, different guild groups set up, with one with the very top players, another one with the second best players, and so on. But I don't know if there's going to be like an actual reward for the guilds or how that's going to work. We just need more information on that. I feel like they're still trying to figure some of this stuff out, so hopefully we'll know by next week. Yeah, competition's gonna end in a minute. Hopefully everybody did well. Top 50, I'll take it. That was the goal. I'm much closer to top 25 than I thought. I didn't think I was gonna be that close to it. But yeah, I wasn't far off. There he goes. GG. You made it, no free lunch? You made 25th place? Just barely? Thank you. I'm happy with my result. I'm gonna load up the Common Ground mode after this to sell some bottles. It shouldn't take that long. So yeah, plan is I will work on a no NFT sushi boat build showcase. It's probably going to be very similar to that last one. I'll probably no, I don't want to confuse people because that last build showcase I did, the one I just shared right now, I don't have it up anymore. The sushi boat build showcase I just shared, I would say look at it for inspiration. If you have no idea how to do a sushi boat build, search up the sushi boat build showcase. Look at it for inspiration. Just understand that don't make the same build. It's not going to work because the craft requirements changed. But this will at least give you an idea of what to expect if you've never done sushi boats or it's been a while since you've done them. If you have a general idea of what it's going to look like. From here, you're gonna have to adjust it. You're probably gonna need more rice fields, maybe more mixing tents, and the production rate's not gonna be the same. No, it's probably gonna be half of that. But at least it's an idea to work off of right now. If you have no idea on what to do, at least. It's not anything new, even though the craft requirements have changed. Okay, yeah, that won't take that long. Martin, did he make it? I should have actually double checked my position for some people's positions. It's good. It's all right. Troy Mills says, Martin, feel your pain. Finished 927. Dropped 200 places in the last 12 hours as people log back in. Oof. Yeah. So close. Yeah, I guess Martin didn't make top 900. Ives, I see what you're saying. Where's the biome? Dude, it's been 3 minutes. Oh, you know what? If I would have bought one of those furnaces, the electric arc furnace, I would have been top 25. Yeah, I would have actually. Would have been worth it? Sure, at that point it would have been worth it, but I would have had no idea if that would have made a difference, you know. Oh, 350 bucks? Maybe not. Maybe it's not worth it. I don't know. I'm talking about this one right here. 350, right? That's how much it costs. If I would have bought one of these, I think I would have gotten top 25. Yeah. Yeah, I would have. But the difference would have been what? Like $200? It wouldn't make up the difference. No, because you would have gotten one? Yeah, fair point. It wouldn't have made a difference then. Yeah. Yeah, if I buy one, no free lunch buys one, and then he passes me up again. It's almost a $200 difference. It would pay for like half of it. But then I would be able to use it in the bicycle competition as well, which the bicycle one is a Mayhem competition. Yeah, the first week of Mayhem. So maybe it would have, you know, been worthwhile. This is the way. Yes, I know. Whatever it takes to get to top 25, right? No free lunch. Yeah, it would have been one less steal. Which means I could have had another 1 or 2 glass factories making molten glass for more lights. The copper wire wasn't an issue. Yeah, sure thing, Troy Mills. That's probably... I won't lie to you, it's probably a good week. Like, if you are busy or burnt out, Sushi Boats is probably a good week to skip. I'm not gonna go around encouraging people to skip competitions. I mean, if you want to play the game. If you're burnt out and tired, skip a week. I understand that. I try to do every competition. I like doing these competitions too. And I like helping people out. But if you are burnt out or you're busy, it's okay if you skip a week. And Sushi Boats, you know, probably one of the better ones to be skipping anyways. Now, if there was like a... What's an easy one? Baguettes? I think a baguette competition was easy. We did that one a couple months ago. Yeah, that one's easy. That's probably one you don't want to skip. Or if there's an NFT reward involved, you probably don't want to skip those. Benji, what's up? Skip, no, I'll call work that I'm sick so I can do it. Yeah, you could always do that. No, I know Benji won't skip the sushi boat competition. No, it's the opposite for him. He'll call in sick to do that competition. I know that. Benji, am I gonna see you at top 10 in that competition? I mean, I'm not gonna be up there on top 10. Maybe top 50. That's maybe. Hell, I don't even know if I can get top 50 on Sushi Boats. That one might be a top 100. We'll see. Guess it depends on the effort. Or if I end up buying a seaweed stand. Anything's possible, I guess. Like Martin says, I say I won't buy something and then I end up getting it, so we'll see. Hope so, yeah. Best of luck to you on that, Benji. You're gonna need to practice. Well, I sold everything, so that's basically it. Yeah. I got nothing else other than, you know, I'm gonna wait for the new update to come out, then I'm gonna do something for cash. And then start working on a build idea later tonight, finish it up hopefully tomorrow. I doubt it though. Usually when it comes to sushi boats, it takes a while to actually finish up an idea and then I have to test it out. You know it? Okay, Benji. You don't need to practice. I need dropping off. Enjoy the weekend, Deb, and everyone for sure. And yeah, that's basically it. I'm gonna drop off as well. Yeah, I'm gonna work on a no NFC build over this weekend. And I suggest everyone practices something. You know, maybe you don't want to practice sushi boats. At least practice your cash setup. Because you can always, you know, that'll be useful for all the competitions anyways. So, best of luck to everyone practicing. Have a great weekend. I will see you all later. Thank you so much for hanging out with me during the town hall. And as always, I appreciate your support. Thanks all for watching. Bye-bye.